Hello and welcome, Mr. James O'Brien. We want to welcome in Ms. Jill Thornton, the president and CEO of Prevent Blindness Georgia. And Jill, people hear that and they automatically know, okay, this is about sight. But it goes much, much deeper than that. There are so many things when you can catch problems early. I think that's one of the big things y'all do is y'all get in with the schools and with the underprivileged and catch problems before they become bigger problems, correct?
Oh, that is right, James. We go into the preschool when they're very, very young, and we do vision screening on them. And the reason it's so important to get them young, not only to find out if they're nearsighted, farsighted, or have astigmatism, but also if they have a lazy eye or an eye that wanders, if it's not corrected by the time they're 6 years old, the optic nerve can shut down in that eye, and they can go blind. So it is imperative that we get in and talk to and be able to vision screen the children and find out if they are having any problems. And if they can't see, it is such a difficulty for those children. They're not seeing what the teacher is doing in front of them. If they have a book, they're not following the letters in the book. And even though they might not be learning to read in the preschool, it's very difficult for them. Go ahead.
No, I was going to just say, and then it could be perceived that they're a behavior problem or it's a learning disability when really just a pair of glasses might solve the entire problem for this child.
Oh, absolutely. That's what happens in the elementary schools. They're put into learning disability classes, and it's not that they have a learning disability. It's not that they're a behavior problem. It could be as simple as giving them a pair of glasses, and then they're able to learn how to read. They're able to see their math. They're able to see what the teacher is writing up on the board. It makes all the difference, and it also means they can catch the ball that's being thrown to them. They can see what's coming at them, and they're chosen to be on the different school teams.
Well, and that's one of the things that jumps to my mind immediately. We automatically think about the academic impact not being able to see has. That's obvious. But it's the social interactions. They end up being the kid in the corner that people don't talk to. They self-isolate because maybe they're not perceiving the world the way everybody else is, and it really puts them at such a huge disadvantage far beyond just academics.
Oh, absolutely. If you're not coordinated, you're not going to be as outgoing, and especially with sports.
Sure.
You're going to step back because everybody else is going to be the one out there doing great, and you're going to feel very badly about yourself. And we don't want that with any child. We want to give them the best advantage they have.
Well, and that is so important, is that self-worth, especially when you're already – because I know what a lot of people are thinking when they hear this. They go, well, their pediatrician will catch this. But a lot of these kids don't have access to a pediatrician. They may not see a pediatrician to catch these eye problems that a child with more going for them, a family a little more affluent, would normally have. A lot of these kids don't have access to that.
Oh, absolutely. And even if they make it to the doctors, to the pediatrician's office, and they're being screened by the nurse, so many of them are so smart, they learn the line. If they see it out of one eye and they can memorize it, then when they shut the other eye, they see it. Or they put their fingers up and they can see through the slats in their finger.
Sure.
And they can figure out how to give it. And the children fall through the cracks. So it's really important that we do this screening. And then not only are we doing the screenings in the elementary school, but we're going in there, and this is at no cost to the family, at no cost to the child. We are going in there and we are doing the screenings, and then we have exams that we are giving them, eye exams during the school day in the school so that they can participate, and then we give them a prescription for eyeglasses. They choose the frames they want. We send off, we get the eyeglasses and prescription eyeglasses and give it to the children.
And that's so awesome, because another element to this that people don't necessarily think about is a lot of these parents, a lot of these are single moms. And this might mean the difference between a day's work or taking their child to see an eye doctor, even if they have access to that. So y'all take all those worries right off the table and deliver exactly what these kids need to live a more successful life.
Oh, James, you've got it down exactly. So many of the parents are working, and it might be a choice between food on the table,
right,
or taking them to get that exam. And so by providing this all in the school, that means the parents don't have to drive anywhere. They might not have the gas money.
Right.
They might not have the car to take them. So it takes all of that worry away from the family. It gives the child the opportunity to do their academic best. And that's what we want for those kids.
Well, and the other part of this service is underprivileged adults or people in challenged situations as an adult, because everybody wants, the big thing is we want everybody to be self-sufficient, and most people want to be self-sufficient. But if you have an eye problem, it could keep you from driving where you can't get to a job. It could keep you from performing many jobs once you get there. And if you've gone years and years without seeing an eye doctor, you may not even realize that you have as severe an eye problem as you have.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think most people realize that children as young as 2 and 3 years old need to have an eye exam. That's right. For the children. And then the adults who they say, I've been seeing well my whole life, why do I need to go and get eyeglasses? They don't realize that not only do they need to have their eyes examined to see if their eyes have changed over the years, like most people do by the time they're 40 or 45, everyone needs glasses. But it's also the eye diseases that we're catching. If we can test the adults, and these are adults that are 200% of the poverty level, we can not only give them a screening, give them an eye exam, give them glasses, but we can refer them if they have, and we have the machines and the cameras to take to see if they have diabetic retinopathy. So many people say, what do you mean I have at the beginning of diabetic retinopathy? I didn't know I had diabetes, so we're finding out that they have diabetes and they really need help. Because if you have an eye disease, whether it's glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy or the beginning of macular degeneration, if you don't get help for that eye disease, anything that you've lost, it will prevent it from increasing, but it will not bring back what has already been lost.
Right, and that's, we preach that in so many other medical arenas, whether it's heart disease, diabetes gets talked about a lot with that, or cancer, or any of the major illnesses we talk about. It's all about catching it early, and not only does that apply here to the eye problems, but it helps you catch those other things early, whether it be high blood pressure or diabetes or something along that line that can create so many more physical problems.
Oh, absolutely. Glaucoma is another one. If you have glaucoma, that means the pressure in your eye is too great. And the whole thing that we want to prevent is eye loss, and so vision loss. So if we can detect these diseases early enough, not only can we give referrals, but we have doctors here that we can refer you to that can do it pro bono.
That's awesome.
Or at a very low.
Well, and one of the things, and we talked about, this doesn't cost these people that are receiving this services any money, but it costs money to provide these services. And one of the things that I think PBGA does so well is y'all come up with great, fun events for people to come out, and not only do I get to support a great cause, I get to have fun doing it. And one of the things you've got coming up here just in a couple of weeks at a very, I guess it's double secret where it's held at, but one of the premier golf courses here in the state of Georgia, and we're not going to tell anybody where it's at, but if you're a golfer, you'd love to play it. But this is a huge fundraiser for you guys. Tell people a little bit about the golf tournament coming up.
Well, we are so excited. It's going to be April 30th, And we are at a prestigious country club.
Mm-hmm.
And, James, I'm not a golfer.
Right.
But those who are golfers tell me that the course is not only gorgeous, but is wonderful to play on. People just love being there.
Right. And it is, we can tell them it is in the Atlanta area, so we're not asking you to travel. It's very convenient for those folks here. The term I kept hearing from people when they found out they were going to be playing this golf course was it's a bucket list course. I think that's what everybody talks about, their bucket list. This is one of those bucket list courses that most people don't get a chance to put in their bucket because it's just not available to the public.
Right. So we would love to hear from anyone who would like to play.
And you can do foursomes, obviously, and there's a lot of corporate support with the foursomes and businesses get involved with that. But y'all also have the availability for people to, if there's two people or an individual that wants to play, they can sign up as well, correct?
That is correct. Or if any of the companies want to have sponsor, we have many different types of sponsorships that they can have. And then the individual that might want to, we have an individual cost for them to play. And
they can go right to your website and get all the information on the tournament, correct?
Absolutely, they can. That is a great way to learn all about it, to find out the different sponsorship levels, to find out all about the golf tournament. And it is so much fun. And people just love it.
Well, and what the one of the numbers I was given, because a foursome, just one foursome, can provide for 500 kids to have eyesight screenings. Is that correct?
Right.
That is
500 children.
That is an unbelievable return for your investment. I mean, that's just the number of people you can impact with a gift to PBGA, and you get to have a great day doing it. I don't know how it gets much better than that.
Oh, you are so right. I mean, when you think of 500, that could be an entire elementary school.
Absolutely.
And to think that every child could be vision screened because you had a fun day playing golf.
Yep. And it is a donation as well.
It is a donation.
Well, Jill,
a good tax deduction.
Exactly. Jill, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I look forward to having more of these conversations about the things that PBGA provides our community. It's so badly needed, and it's one of those things. Everybody wants to be efficient with their money, and that's one of the things that really is impressive to me when you look at what y'all can get done with a single dollar compared to other organizations, whether it be government organizations or privatized. But what charitable groups are able to get done, and specifically PBGA, with the dollars given, it's really impressive.
Oh, thank you so much. We are just very proud of what we do. And let me tell you, James, it's an absolute honor to speak with you and be able to talk about Prevent Blindness Georgia.
Well, we look forward to doing it more. Miss Jill Thornton, thank you so very much for joining me this afternoon, and we look forward to playing a little golf.